In the midst of the arid wilderness, a sacred mission unfolded under the watchful guidance of divinity. The Lord's voice resonated with authority as it spoke to Moses, instructing him to erect the tabernacle, a holy sanctuary, a tent of congregation, upon the first day of the first month. This task was ordained with precise directions and sacred whatnots that would dwell within. First, the Ark of Testimony was to be placed with utmost reverence, shrouded by the veil, a barrier between the holy and the mortal realm. Within the confines of this hallowed structure, the table was arranged, its sacred items meticulously ordered, and there too stood the candlestick, its lamps to bring forth the warmth of light. The altar of incense, an olfactory symbol of divine presence, was set before the ark, and at the entrance of this celestial tent was fixed an altar for burnt offerings, the laver of purification made ready for ritual ablutions. Around this heart of worship, a court was constructed, delineated by the hanging at the court gate, the boundary of human approach. With anointing oil, Moses consecrated every artifact and instrument within, sanctifying not only the constructions, but also baptizing them in holiness. Each piece became sanctified, its presence imbued with sacred purpose. In his duty, Moses was to bring forth Aaron and his progeny, washing them in ceremonial cleanness, clothing them in holy garments. For their roles were not merely of this earthly plane, but were to be enshrined as perpetual custodians of faith, their anointing binding them in eternal servitude. It was thus accomplished, every decree of the Lord meticulously observed. From the first month in the second year, on that inaugural day, the tabernacle rose in its majesty. Moses did not merely build a tent, he raised a portal to the divine, fastening sockets, erecting boards, inserting bars, and setting pillars with heavenly intention. The testimony was secured within the ark, its staves affixed, mercy seat placed above, and brought into the tabernacle, veiled as decreed. Order was placed upon the table, the bread of presence laid in its sacred sequence, the candlestick positioned to illuminate divine truth. Before the veil, the golden altar emanated fragrant smoke, a timeless offering. At the threshold of this holy ground lay the altar of burnt sacrifice, a solemn site where offerings were laid, reflecting mankind's earthly devotion. Outside the holy tent, the laver held water, the essence of spiritual cleansing, where Moses, alongside Aaron and his sons, performed ritual washings before entering. They adhered to the divine rhythm, cleansing before duties within the sacred space, as the Lord ordained. As the work concluded, the true testament of divine presence manifested. A cloud enveloped the tent, its glory so profound that Moses himself could not enter. This celestial canopy not only crowned their labors, but dictated their journey, lifting when the children of Israel were to move, settling when they were to remain.